Hello ladies and gentlemen, it's your boy Brother Gaming HG here today. In today's video, they are bringing back Horde mode into Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. And for those who do not know what Horde mode is and are newer to the Call of Duty franchise when the rebooted series of Modern Warfare released all the way back in 2019, Hordepoint is technically a fun twist on Hardpoint, but instead of it just being your typical capture the hard point and trying to hold that position until it moves on to the next area, zombies will spawn as soon as somebody, it's either your team or the opposing team, start capping the objective. There will be hordes of zombies just flooding in everywhere. And then at that point, it's just a game of who can keep the hard point the longest without getting killed by the annoying AI zombies. And I decided to recently go back and play some Call of Duty Call of Duty World War II, as you can tell at the beginning clip of this video. I kind of wanted to show you what you are going to be in for when the Horde mode ends up dropping into Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 when Season 2 is launching. And to be honest, they are doing this with the crossover with The Walking Dead, of course. But to be honest, I really do not care about the skins, but I'm very interested on the remix maps that they do plan on doing for this Walking Dead / Call of Duty event here within Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. But I might end up doing an update video on the brand new revamped version of Hordepoint here within Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. If you do not want to miss that video, please do not forget to subscribe, hit that bell notification so you do not miss that video when it goes live. So let's just get into the meats and potatoes of this video. To be honest, I literally thought Hordepoint was never going to return here within the Call of Duty franchise. And to be honest with y'all, Hordepoint was one of my favorite modes within Call of Duty World War II because at the time it was a very new, fresh, original take on Hardpoint with a twist. And that's what made it so fun and unique in its own way. And in my own thought process, I literally thought, it's like, oh, they're going to bring it back in the Call of Duty Vanguard. But sadly, they never ended up bringing it to Vanguard because of the fact we ended up learning couple years or a couple months down the road that Call of Duty Vanguard was only developed within 16 months, so that didn't do them any good. So that game was already a rushed product as is, but it's actually a good thing because I'm actually happy that they're going to be bringing back Hordepoint here in the Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 and have a brand new generation of Call of Duty players to experience this game mode overall. And there were some issues that I did have with the mode. It was not the most perfect mode in the world. Not any limited time mode is perfect, but there were some issues that I did have. If you got overran by the zombies, you were technically easy bait for the enemy player within that general area because you were way too busy either trying to run away from the zombies or trying to literally stack up the zombies' bodies at the same time. So it was either you run away from the zombies or you get killed by the enemy player. And that was one thing I did not like about the Horde mode, was because of the fact that if you got overrun, you were technically screwed at that point. So you were either left with two options. One, die by the zombies, or two, die by the enemy player. So it was kind of like pick your poison, so you really didn't have a choice. And it was a very interesting time back then for Call of Duty World War II because that was technically like the last time that we ever had a World War II game introduced into the Call of Duty franchise until Vanguard. But I just want to see what the brand new generation of COD players think of this returning game mode into Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 overall. And I already know there are going to be some people that are going to be complaining about this mode. Like I just said, for instance, like you're going to be overran by the zombies and you're either going to have to pick to choose to off the zombies or off the enemy player on the opposing team. So it's like, but at the same time, you have to capture the hard point. Or should I say, the horde point, huh? You saw what I did there? But it's just going to be very interesting, especially with the modern movement here that we've had ever since Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2019, all the way up to Modern Warfare 3 currently. And it's just going to be very interesting to see how people will implement like slide canceling, like cancel reloads and everything along the lines of that, and how they're going to be able to manipulate the zombies. Because back then, during the movement back then in World War II, it wasn't as fluent as we have it now here within the modern generation of Call of Duty. And I'm very excited to see how the movement complements this returning game mode overall, because it has been like a fat minute since this game mode has returned. Last time this game mode released was like all the way back, I think it was like near the end of its life cycle before Black Ops 4 ended up dropping. So it was around that time frame, if I remember right. And it was like it was like Operation Siege of the Undead during the supply drop era and everything. So there was like even like another interesting map at the time. It was like called, I forget, it was called something house in German. I forget what it was. But I'm actually happy and excited to see this game mode return, mostly because of the fact that I want to see how the zombies and everything look. The zombies are going to look way much more better than what they did in Call of Duty World War II, mostly because of the fact back then they wore World War II clothing. But having to see them in a modern setting is going to be a very interesting take. Are they going to make them a little bit more, a little bit more spooky, but then yet again, it's only going to be on a handful of revamped maps? And if I remember right, I think Skid Row was one of these maps that was going to be revamped for this Walking Dead / Call of Duty crossover event for this limited time mode. And The Walking Dead, it's been over for so dang long at this point. I forget when it ended, but it has been a minute since it ended. I remember like it lasted like for a decade or whatever. Because I remember I was still in school before the season ended. I remember that tells you how old I am. But I'm only like 26 right now at the recording of this video. But it's been your boy Brotherhood Game H. Everybody, please do not forget to subscribe, like, and hit the bell notifications. And I will catch you in the next one. Peace out and goodbye.